Hey YouTube, I wanted to talk to you guys about celiac disease today. I know I don't really want to drag it on too much, but I don't really like talking about it, but I see a lot of people on YouTube telling about their stories and all the things they've gone through, and how people just basically tell them they're lying. Just because people don't understand something, they think it's just made up or they don't believe you, basically. And it gets really frustrating as somebody who's sick all the time. Especially some of these people who've had it their whole lives. I'm lucky. I've only had it for a year and a half, and I caught on to it pretty quick, and I had the internet basically to support me when I had no one around me to support me. And I was lucky that way. So for you who don't know, celiac disease is an autoimmune disease where the villi in your intestinal tract won't absorb nutrients properly when there's a presence of gluten. And gluten can come from barley, wheat, and rye. And cross-contamination can make people with celiacs very sick as well. So if you're, for example, using a cutting board to make a sandwich, and then you don't wipe that cutting board off, and then you make a sandwich with gluten-free bread and everything on the same cutting board, that person can get really sick. It's frustrating because in today's society, basically everything has wheat in it, and you have to become basically a detective, reading food labels, trying to find out what's going to make you sick and what isn't. And then on top of that, a lot of problems people face is they run into fad dieters, and it's really frustrating to talk to somebody who is going gluten-free for weight loss instead of for an actual medical reason, and they don't understand that you're actually sick and you don't have a choice. I try really hard not to get mad at people who are fad dieters because they have made it a lot easier for the celiac community. The more people who want something, the more it's going to get produced, so gluten-free items are becoming more and more popular. I don't eat them anymore because I'm on whole foods diet, but it's making it a lot easier and manageable for people who have kids with celiacs. I couldn't imagine of having it during school. It would have been really, really difficult, and I know during Halloween and stuff, kids have a hard time with that. So we follow the Teal Pumpkin Project, where we give out not just candy, but also like pencils and erasers, like with ghosts on them and stuff. So I think everybody should look for a way to make not things perfect for people with celiacs, and not just celiacs, also with all diseases. Just because you don't understand how something works doesn't mean it isn't real. A lot of people who have celiacs, they get called liars frequently. They say, "Oh, you're overreacting," or you can just have a little bit and it won't be so bad. They don't understand that even a little bit of bread is enough to put you in bed for 5 days. Some people get rashes, and I'm lucky that I don't have all that stuff, but it can be really, really crippling for some people, and you can die at a very early age if you don't get diagnosed. So if you or somebody you know has celiacs or Crohn's or diabetes or anything like that, just remember that you aren't in their shoes and you don't understand what they're going through. Just because they look okay on the outside doesn't mean they don't go home every day and throw up before bed. Celiacs is hard, so is everything else. We all have our individual challenges, and just because they seem stupid to you doesn't mean they are. It's really important that people start focusing on bringing people up instead of bringing people down. You don't need to be negative to people who are already going through a rough time. And I love the YouTube community, and after reading some of the comments people post on the videos, I was uplifted. But after seeing some of the other comments, I felt really horrible about the world and the kind of people that live in it. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, decide if you want to be one of those people who is understanding and caring about other people and making the world a better place, or you can be part of the negativity that you complain about. So it's up to you. So in conclusion, just give people a break. All people, not even just sick people. Everybody's going through something, and you would want other people to give you a break if you were going through a hard time. So just keep that in mind, and then Also, for all you people with celiacs out there, or even people who are interested in what celiacs is, I posted a link to a funny video under this I think it's by BuzzFeed, and it's about when you tell people you have celiacs for the first time. And I'm not even kidding you, it's 100% what happened to me.